Hello world. This is probably a part two or a continuation. I don't know what I'm going to do yet of my DR vlog. Hello. So, how I got there. First of all, let me say that I've been broke for most of my life. And I have not traveled outside of the US of A since I was a wee little lad, a kid. And that was for going to Jamaica with my family, because that's where my family's from. So I've been there like 3 times, I think. But the last time I went was, I don't even remember. I think I was like literally not even a teenager when I went. And your boy's 30 now. So, I've always wanted to travel. I've wanted to do many things throughout my life. Of course, I think most people want to travel. I don't know. I've always wanted to travel, but I just never really had the means to do it. Or I never really believed that I had the means to do it. And so I didn't do it. I was focused on other things. Always wanted to go to Peru. Always wanted to go to Europe, Morocco, everywhere. So I was at work, right? And this was a pretty light and expressive and happy time in my life. I think I had just gotten on TikTok and was just having fun, like being myself, putting myself out there and things like that, and just having a good time. And I was stacking my bread because your boy was trying to move, and moving requires some funds. So I was working. It was a really good time for me. It was summertime. And yeah, this one particular Saturday, I got to my job, and literally maybe like 10 or 15 minutes after I started my shift, this young man came in and needed some assistance with his transaction. So I proceeded to do whatever I needed to do to help him. And, totally innocently, I just complimented his hair. And he said something like, "Oh, thank you." And I was like, "Yeah, I'm sure you get that a lot." I don't know what came over me, child, because that ain't me. I be shy as hell. But I said, "You probably get that a lot." And he was like, "No, nobody pays attention to me." And so I said, "Well, they should be." Now, mind you, homeboy was fine as fuck. He was like, "Oh, I'm gonna talk to you after that." So then he finished up what he was doing. I think I finished up with some other customers, and we just stepped to the side and had a quick little conversation. What's up? What do you do? Not really that, but like, this is who I am. This is what I'm about. This is what I'm about. This is what I'm interested in. Oh, you seem cool. I'd like to continue this conversation. Numbers were exchanged. Things led to other things. Conversations, meetups, whatever. And yeah, we just started befriending each other. I think that was like in August, maybe. So a couple months passed by, and we were getting close, but like very. It's so weird to be sharing this. This is so intimate. So a couple months passed, and we started becoming like good friends. But then, homeboy, young man who shall not be named, shared that he would be spending some time away in DR. And it was equal parts inspiring and exciting. Battery's dying. As well as, "Oh, Papi, don't go." Yeah. But life is life, and sometimes you just let things happen. And honestly, before he even left, he extended the offer, like, "Hey, come visit." So I was like, "Oh wow, like Like it's real. Like it's that deep. Like you like me like that. Like we cool like that, like that. Just kidding. Well, not. I mean, this is so like it's so vulnerable to talk about. Anyway, I end up deciding to go. It was a challenge to try and decide to go. I think the biggest challenge I had was feeling abundant enough to spend the money and also take the time away from the grind to do that. Also, got so much pushback from my family talking about you going down there with a stranger, you gonna lose all your money. And my family doesn't, my mama don't talk like that, but I'm just, you know, like that's how people die and thing like that and blah blah blah. But you know, which concern, care is valid, but you know, like fear mongering, like we don't need that. I was excited, nervous, yeah, but ultimately I decided to go, and I'm really glad I did because it was such a lesson for me. Like it really, really taught me about taking a chance and just like going with the flow. Anytime you shake up your routine a little bit, anytime you go to a new place, there's so much like sensory information that you're taking in. You sort of get to like examine yourself and your life from a bird's eye view, and that's what I did. I went down there, took it all in. It was amazing. Yo, the feeling of side note, the feeling of like not like I can understand some Spanish, but not girl, Dominican Spanish, that's another level. Okay. Like what's up, pretty V? There were times where it did feel like pretty isolating. I did have to like rely on my buddy pretty much the whole time. Although I did go and get a COVID test by myself. That was like the only time I went somewhere by myself. Oh, and I did go and like order some food one time. But it was definitely an experience, and it really like I don't know, it was humbling. It was humbling. I was just really grateful to have the opportunity to go. Grateful that I made the choice to go. And I don't know, just feeling like a fish out of water in a lot of respects. Was very eye-opening for me. I thought about like what people go through when they immigrate and move to a country where, you know, it's not their native tongue that's being spoken. So, yeah. When I got back, like I had been working this kind of crazy schedule for almost a year. And, you know, as I said, in an effort to save money, airplanes. When I got back, like I said, I had a bird's eye view of my life, and I just could more easily see what wasn't working, what I wanted to do differently, how I wanted to move forward. And yeah, that trip really helped to inform some choices that I made after. And that's it. So the moral of the story is have fun, try new things. You know, walk with safety, of course, but have a good time, you know? Okay. That's it.